Item in our show today, and this is Just Bagels from the Bronx. You're loving these bagels. And they are made with no preservatives, so you're going to want to freeze these if you're not going to eat them all in one sitting. I would imagine most of us won't, so you want to freeze these up. This is Cliff Norquist. Now, 5 years ago, Cliff and I worked together his first time on the
Cinco de Mayo.
So really excited to have you back, and already 1,000 of these have been ordered.
Wow, and I just aired.
Many people are super excited about this. You may choose sweet or savory or a combo that gives you both sweet and savory. But you have a new flavor, don't you?
We do, the focaccia Parmesan.
Focaccia Parmesan bagel.
You know, if you like focaccia bread, everybody in the audience already knows what it is. They tried it, they loved it. But if you like focaccia bread, this has sun-dried tomatoes, oregano, basil, thyme, minced garlic, olive oil, and if that's not enough, we melt Parmesan cheese on top and bake it. I mean, does it, you know, can you really get better than that? But
no.
I personally like this bagel as a sandwich bagel. I don't think it needs anything, butter or cream cheese. It doesn't need it, but, you know, maybe a cold cut sandwich, a turkey sandwich, tuna fish, chicken, something like that.
Or mustard or
bread
Dijon.
basket.
Yeah.
It's perfect for a bread basket. It's just really delicious.
Now, you're going to get 24 4-ounce bagels. These are all kettle-boiled, sweet or savory bagels. Now, it's a total net weight of 6 pounds. If you go with the sweet, you get 12 plain, 6 cinnamon raisin, and 6 blueberry. If you go with the savory, you're going to get 12 plain, 6 focaccia parmesan, which is worth the trip, and 6 everything bagels. If you want the sweet and savory combo, here's what you're going to get. 12 plain, 6 cinnamon raisin, and 6 focaccia parmesan.
I think that's a winner right there.
Should we start with focaccia parmesan since it's brand new?
Well, David, let's see. Why don't you take a bite of that? And
well, first let me show you focaccia parmesan. First of all, let me rip this one open and let you see the inside. Focaccia bread. This is soft and chewy and cheesy and
not overwhelming in any way. We always do things very light and smooth. I think this is just going to be a real winner, this bagel. I really do. This is, like I say, you could eat bagels for anything. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, this, that, everything. But this...
If you want to slice these and use them for pizza bagels,
yum. You just nailed it with that one.
All right, let's talk about the everything bagel because we're going to continue with savory.
Okay, the everything is my favorite bagel of all time. I think it's the best everything bagel that you could ever possibly taste, and it's because of the ratios of seasoning, right? So it's the onion, garlic, salt, poppy, and sesame, but it's not overwhelming in any one way, and it's just so smooth and savory, and I just love this. That's why we have the everything seasoning on QVC also.
Oh, good.
I know, and you know what? They're all still made with the same 5 steps that we do in Dub Bronx, and it starts with the New York water from the Catskill Mountains, best water in the world, pizza, pasta, bread. And then its ingredients, I explained to a lot of people in the audience, malt, molasses, nothing artificial, no colors, flavors, preservatives, peanut-free, tree nut-free, kosher, non-GMO, no trans fats, vegan. I mean, it just goes on, very difficult. Aging process is the big step. The big guys can't do it. It's too time consuming.
Right.
We age that dough for 10 to 12 hours to create the crust and chew before boiling it. A real bagel is boiled, otherwise it's bread with a hole in it, okay? Then we bake it at 500 degrees, cool it around the facility for a little while, 6-pack it the day we bake it, and then the day we make it is the day we ship it. It's not gonna come to you frozen. We ship it fresh. You guys know you gotta put it in your freezer immediately because there's nothing artificial. And this big deal is probably our top 4 flavors plus the focaccia parmesan.
Now, everybody gets plain, and I've always taken exception with the plain. I think it should be called classic because it's a blank canvas. You can decorate it any way you like.
Everything. Pizza, bagels, sandwiches, everything.
So the plain bagel is just that. It's still soft. It's still crunchy on the outside and chewy on the inside, and you can top it any way you like.
Oh, I love it. The canvas, the blank canvas. You know, you can cut them up, make bagel chips. Great for everything is better on a bagel. You want a hamburger? Why not put it on a sesame bagel or an everything bagel? Everything's better on a bagel. They're light. They're not very heavy in your stomach like an old traditional bagel because of the clean ingredients that we use.
So if you go with the savory, you're getting 12 plain, 6 focaccia parmesan, and 6 everything.
Beautiful.
If you go with the sweet, you're getting 12 plain, 6 cinnamon raisin and 6 blueberry. Let's quickly show those.
Let's take a look at that blueberry.
This is the cinnamon raisin.
That's the cinnamon raisin. And this is the blueberry, which is, kind of ridiculous.
Oh.
This is one of the most popular bagels that we have on QVC. Obviously, you can see we're not skimping out on any blueberries. Touch of vanilla, blueberry, malt and molasses, aged, boiled, baked, natural ingredients. I mean, not easy to do this, guys. Not easy to do this.
Wow. And then finally, we have the combo that gives you 12 plain, 6 cinnamon raisin, and 6 focaccia parmesan.
I mean, that's my jam right there. That's the one I
Now,
would go
these
with.
come in bags.
Yep, 6 packs.
Put
4
the
of them.
whole bag in the freezer if you're not going to eat them right away.
Well, a lot of people ask me all the time, can I put the bag in the freezer? Should I put it in a Ziploc? Yes, you could do both. I put it right into the freezer. It's good for a year. But if you want, I mean, obviously, if you put it in a Ziploc, it's not going to hurt it. It might even help it.
Okay.
Not necessary.
Let's go to our studio audience because I think we have Rachel standing by with some goodness.
So we are going to do a little test of our audience. So in just a moment, you are going to cheer based on whether you are a sweet fan or a savory fan. We're going to start cheer very, very loud if you are a sweet fan.
It's always the sweets. Always. I mean, it's going to win.
Pretty good, but if you like savory bagels, let me hear you scream.
Oh.
I think that was louder.
I mean, that was good. I feel like we might have a winner.
Got it.
I think savory won.
I think they did.
And that's odd because the sweets always really sell like crazy.
Oh, but then maybe if you like both, let's just cheer about that.
There we go.
Everything.
Now we got it. Now we got it.
Not just the everything bagel, but all of them.
Now
All
we
right.
got it.
Now, we're very, very busy on our phone lines. 1,800 of these have been ordered. And what was that? The savory is much more limited. Now, I have a next door neighbor, Beth, and her family. She has a big family. She pulls in lots of packages for me when I'm away. And I'm away a lot because I'm usually working. And so she will pull packages in for me. And so I send her food items from QVC. I sent her the bagels, and she was over the moon.
You know why? It makes a great gift.
She was like, these bagels are so marvelous, and you can't find them at grocery stores. I was like, no, you can't. Because these are New York bagels. These are from the Bronx.
The Bronx.
The Bronx.
The Bronx.
The Bronx.
And the opposite of a supermarket bagel. And it's a New York bagel. It's not a New York style bagel. Whenever you hear New York style, you know what that means? They were made in North Carolina or something
Yeah,
like
or
that.
they were made somewhere.
Or something like that.
They're made in the style of New York.
The style.
But
the
they're
style.
made somewhere else. They're not made in New York. And they have to be made in New York, in the Bronx.
The Bronx, baby. And
In
they
the
do make a
Bronx.
great gift, I promise you. If you ever want to put a smile on somebody's face, send them the gift of bagels.
And one thing I love that Cliff says when he's narrating the videotape, he didn't say it today, but I'm going to say it for him. The bagels right around the factory so they can cool off a little bit.
Yes, can't pack a hot bagel.
Yeah, they have to
They
cool off
gotta
a little
cool
bit.
down.
So they take a ride around the bakery.
We send them
And
for a
they-
little ride about an hour.
For about an hour,
Yep.
and they cool off, and then they can be bagged
Yep.
and boxed
Yep.
and shipped out.
That's it,
These
that
are
day.
shipped to ambient temperature. When you receive them, there are no preservatives, so you want to freeze them right away.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I would freeze them before I taste them. I know that sounds odd, but they freeze great. It adds moisture content, and then when you bake them off, you got yourself a fresh New York bagel from like a store feel.
We've got we're out of time. Nice to have you back, sir. Thank you for all your support.
And thanks,
I'll put you back.
everybody.
All right, we have one last thing to do.